HipHopGamer Show. What it is, HipHopGamer Show.
Yo, what up? It's the one and only HipHopGamer. Welcome to the Mortal Kombat 10 review. And everybody know my reviews is way different from what everybody else doing in the industry. So when you come and you watch a HipHopGamer review, you're gonna get that real, down, raw information when it comes to the games y'all want. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I want to say about Mortal Kombat 10, I'm going to give you the entire walkthrough process from a real gamer when you get this game. Okay, so Mortal Kombat 10 comes out. Everybody's excited, like, yo, can't wait, you know what I'm saying, do these fatalities, everything like that. You know what Mortal Kombat is all about, right? Okay, come home, you sit down, you turn on your TV, right? Power it up. Game starts. Now when the game starts, you know, you see, one player, two player, towers, you got, all these other things. You want to go to training, whatever, you can start the story, whatever you want to do. What I did, I went one player, single fight, just to get the feel of the game more and everything, play it. So let me tell you what happened. Single fight. First person I picked was Scorpion. Look crazy, right? Now before I even get to the actual match, I'm just looking at the character models. The graphics in this game, dude, crazy, son. Straight up crazy. See my eyes? Crazy. Yo, NetherRealms did a phenomenal, fantastic, amazing job developing this game. The moment you see her walk up when you choose the character slot, like, it's like, yo, this shit look real. Now let's go even further with the graphics. Pick your character, pick the stage. You're at the stage, right? So now you're at the stage, you see an environment. One of the things that you're going to notice about the environments is the depth of field. I've never seen a game that has a 2D platform in terms of going back and forth the way you fight, but the background and the depth of it, it looked like you could go everywhere. It looked like you could see miles back. The stuff that's happening all the way back there is insane. It's crazy. They gotta have stage fatalities in this game in terms of a DLC update. Something. The environments is crazy. So that's one thing you're gonna notice. Then, in terms of the graphics, the special effects. When you see the characters do their special moves, from the X-ray moves, the fatalities, everything, the special effects, the blood, the sparks, the fire, the freeze, the electricity with Raiden. The special effects in this game, movie quality is here. Like, the game looks, it looked like a film. Like, it looked like a fighting film. Now, another thing is the animation. The way the animation is captured. This is one of the best things that I always loved about Mortal Kombat. And I actually like this over, the Street Fighters of the world and, King of Fighters and Guilty Gears and stuff like that. This is something that I always loved about Mortal Kombat over those games. But you can see all the moves as they happen, whereas, in other games they do combos, but sometimes it's so fast you can't appreciate what you're seeing in terms of each motion and each punch and kick and everything. But when Mortal Kombat, it's like, like you get the feel, the action on a whole nother level, yo. Is that crazy? The animation in this game. And another thing in this game from a graphical standpoint is every character brings something to the table. So you always feel, it always feel fresh. Because it's not just the characters, but it's the combination of characters when you're fighting each other. Oh my God. Yo, this game is like, playing this game is like listening to Biggie lyrics, Tupac lyrics, Eminem lyrics, like Nas lyrics, Jay-Z lyrics, Big Pun lyrics. Like, it's like sitting at home and you have a collage of the hottest artists that ever wrote the hottest shit in their life, and you just playing it back, absorbing the greatness. That's what it feels like when you play Mortal Kombat, dog. Every punch, every kick is like a lyric. It is delivered so excellently. Like, the excellence of it overall. NetherRealms is in beast mode right now. This is like the Marshawn Lynch of fighting games, yo. They plowing through everybody. Seriously. So now let's talk about the gameplay in terms of how it feels. Now, one thing you will notice about this game is that, like, in my opinion, this Mortal Kombat represents the biggest difference in character selection in terms of how they feel. So now, I think it was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, or I think Mortal Kombat Armageddon, that had like 50-something characters. Like, it had the most characters, but the general feel of the gameplay felt the same in terms of just the general. The only thing that was different was the way you did their moves, but in terms of just the general fighting, it all kind of felt like it was on the same level playing field in terms of just picking up the controller and going. The way this game is designed, but I believe it's because of the variations. And don't get me wrong, there was another Mortal Kombat that had the variations as well, but I think you could switch them on the fly, which was really cool too. So that one had a difference in gameplay. But in terms of how they brought everything together with Mortal Kombat 10 and the variations as well, just learning everything, the matchups, the fun in the different matchups, because you could love Scorpion and you can hate Scorpion depending on the variation that you choose. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that right there adds more depth to the characters, and it also makes you want to learn everything about them too. So it's getting that much more out of one character. So it's like, I just love the mindset on how that plays out. Now, when you're playing the game and the general feel of it, you know what I'm saying? If you playing as, you know, Cassie Cage, it's going to feel extremely different from playing with a Raiden. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're playing with Devora, you know what I'm saying, it's going to feel completely different from Melina. Like, and I mean completely different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really feel like you are this character and you see the difference. So that's something that I appreciate from a gameplay standpoint, because it makes me want to learn this person, and you feel more rewarded when you learn it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So in terms of the going back and forth, you know, you got the combo breakers and stuff like that, and you know, the different variations allowing you to utilize special moves in a different way, and oh my god, it's just, talking about it get me excited. I just want to play it right now. So another thing about the gameplay that I really like, that I think is deep, is the way the environment works. Like when you're near certain things, how you could run up walls and jump over, or you could jump over this, or you could grab this and grab that. It's like, that's not the first time you've seen things like that in a game, but because the fighting is so deep in this game, those little extra elements just adds to the action, and it could be the difference between a win or a loss. So it makes you pay attention to things a bit more during your gameplay while you're enjoying the feel of what you're seeing on the screen. Dude, Mortal Kombat 10 is a godsend for the fighting genre in this generation with PS4 and Xbox One, man. Seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you play it and you looking at everything that's happening, and if you're a gamer, hardcore gamer like myself, and you think about where we came from with the first ever Mortal Kombat back in the day, it's like the achievement and just the longevity and the power. Mortal Kombat 10 is pretty much here forever. I don't think that franchise will ever die. So now I want to talk about the actual story in the game, which is something else that I appreciate about NetherRealms, because most fighting games don't really go deep into story, you know what I'm saying, in terms of presentation, the way they show it. This game right here, just like Mortal Kombat 9, this game, the story is amazing simply because of the generational gap. You know what I'm saying? You got the kids involved, you know, like Cassie Cage and Jaquan Briggs, you know. And what's so amazing about this game is that it actually has a strong female energy to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you play the story out, you're gonna see, yo, these girls be kicking ass, yo. They brutal with that joint, you know what I'm saying? But Quan Chi is the man, and Shinnok is crazy. Like, oh, you gotta play the story. It's crazy. The way they present every character, the fight scenes in it, and the consistency of it. The story is designed so well that there's never a point in time where you want to stop playing it. Like, if you go watch a movie, you're gonna sit there the whole 2 hours and bounce. The way they design the story mode, it's not like there's any loading or you gotta wait for something. You're always engaged. They show you this, show you that, next thing you know, you're in the fight. Like, oh my god, it's beautiful. The way they did this is crazy. So that's another thing about Mortal Kombat 10 that I feel is amazing. Another thing is the tower challenges. This shit right here is just on a whole nother scale. Like, you got like living towers, and then they show you like 5 days left to this, or this is a 24-hour tower, and you got all these new things and new ways to play the game. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing the game and your health is automatically going down, or you could be Liu Kang throwing fire, but this particular mode gives you ice, so Liu Kang can freeze you. Just the dynamics of the game, how NetherRealms always have a way of thinking outside the box to add more to their games. It's crazy, and this tower is just a idea. You know what I'm saying? It just gives this game that much more addictive gameplay that can last you forever. You know what I'm saying? It's really that incredible. Now, one thing that I didn't like about the game, and that's because it's, you know, it's dealing with online. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I play online, I want the experience to be how it is when I'm offline. I do. If I can't play a game online and it's not as responsive as it's supposed to be, like when you're offline, then you can win or you can lose. And if I win, I don't really feel like I won. And if I lose, I don't really feel like I lost. Because the game is not fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to find matches where, you know, the bars is right, so my internet connection is good against theirs. That's my advice. But I only played one online match, and I was destroying this dude. And towards the end of the match, it started skipping really bad, and I wound up losing. It was just really cheap. So I was like, you know what? They're supposed to be coming out with an update. I'll wait for the update, and then I'll go back to it or something, or maybe I'll do a private match or something. But one thing is, if I lose, I lose. But I don't like losing in a cheap way, because now it's not fun for me, and that frustrates me. And if I can't have fun with the game, I'm just not going to play the area. Period. I got to have fun when I play my games. You know what I'm saying? I'm in zone, I'm focused, I'm like, yo, let's get it in. If I win, bet. I lose, bet. But it's got to be right. You know what I'm saying? So the online, that net code, they got to work on that. Period. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, this game is flawless to me. I mean, damn, yo. The feel of the game, all of that, this game is so to the T excellent. Yo, hell of a job. Hell of a job, Mortal Kombat 10. This is crazy. So, just to, you know, wrap it up real quick, another thing I wanted to talk about in terms of Mortal Kombat 10, and I thought this was something that I really want to touch on, because I see a lot of people talk about it, but a lot of people talking about the microtransactions in the game. To tell you the truth, I don't care about microtransactions. The shit don't bother me at all. Where people want things done the way they used to be, but we're not living in those days and times. You see what I'm saying? This is not the days when Super Mario Brothers come out, you buy the game and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the 80s, it ain't the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It's 2015. The game industry as a whole surpassed music and movies combined. So you can't expect the ways of yesterday to fully exist in the ways of today. Especially when business is that big in this particular industry. Things change in order to grow. If you do the same things for a long time, honestly, to give you a best example, you're going to end up like Nintendo, left behind. You gotta adapt in order to grow, and there's nothing wrong with adapting. Just manifest it, use it to your best ability, and do the best you can. Now, the reason why microtransactions don't bother me is because it's all optional. Nobody's forcing you to buy anything. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? If somebody out there, you know, wanna buy you know, the combat pack to get all these extra characters. Yeah, back in the day we used to play the games, end them, and when you end them it unlocks a character for free. Great. But you got people that probably just want to start the game with all the characters because they may not want to play the story, or they may not want to do this, whatever it is. It's all optional. I just don't feel it's right for gamers or anyone to tell a company what to do and how they should do something when what they're creating for the users is an option. I could understand if they said you can't play Mortal Kombat 10 unless you buy this character, on top of the fact that I just brought the game. If they did something like that, then that's horrible, because you're forcing me to do something. You're not forcing you to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, anytime something is optional, it's exactly that. It's optional. You have an option to do it, or you have an option not to. Fine. But if you're gonna moan and complain and, you know, have a fit over everything, put yourself in their shoes. It's a business, remember? If I create something and people feel that there's value in it and they willing to spend their money, then what's wrong with that? They work hard enough for it. They should get that. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how hypocritical a lot of people could be, because if you tell a person, if I'm your boss and I'm telling you I need you to work overtime but I can't pay you, but I need you to do this, some people will probably do it, but most people wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because you want to get paid for your time. So if these game developers is putting in a lot of time to do extra on top of what they finished, they deserve money for that too. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? I like to come at things at all angles, not just my angle, not just their angle, but all angles. Anytime something is optional, it's fair game. Period. You don't have to like it, but you don't gotta disrespect it either. You know what I'm saying? Just difference of opinion. But until you live in that side, on the business side, you can't speak from that angle if you don't know what that side is like. If you only coming from a consumer standpoint, I can understand your frustration. But if you look at it and you see that there's value in it, go get it. If not, don't. Period. The reason why people complain is because they do see value in it, but they want it for free. So why would you want something for free if you see the value in it? Would you want someone to take advantage of you for free, knowing that there is value to you? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, Mortal Kombat 10 is crazy. I encourage everybody to get that game. If you don't got it, get it now. You know what I'm saying? The X-rays, it's not an X-ray finisher, but like the X-ray fighting mechanics is ridiculous. When you see somebody's jaw get broke or back get broke, the spinal cord ripping, the fatalities is the most gruesome fatalities I ever seen. Just to let you understand what I mean, Goro will take your face, put it inside your stomach. He would take your head, put it in your stomach, then rip your stomach out so your face is in your stomach and you can see it. And you lay down there like, what? Like, who thinks of shit like that? Like that? Yo, it's a rap, man. Yo, Mortal Kombat 10. All day, man. Best fighting game out on PS4 and Xbox One. Hands down, and I played them all. Alright? You already know what it is, man. Your boy HipHopGamer. Hot 97. Gamestop. The best is here. Recognize.